Hello guys, welcome aboard. Nigel here, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and I've got another kit review for you today. A kit that I've been waiting for a long time. This is something I actually ordered on November the 5th, 2020, and it arrived this weekend. I've left it a couple of days to whatever it is, and basically unwrapped it, and here it is. Now I've got a bit of a backlog of reviews to do, so if Alexander you're watching, or Jared you're watching, and there's some other bits and pieces I've got as well, then yeah, sorry, but I will get onto your stuff in the next few days, I promise. And also, for those of you that have been watching my channel, you may have seen that I've gone a bit Titanic crazy lately, and been doing some odd bits on the B-52 in between. You'll be pleased to know that I've got a B-52 here for you, and it's this one. This is a brand new kit from Great Wall Hobby. This is the first Great Wall Hobby kit I've ever owned, other than I have got a Lion Roar. No, I haven't. I thought I had a Lion Roar kit. I don't. So basically, yeah, this is the first Great Wall Hobby kit I've ever had. I was getting confused with Bronco. So yeah, totally new to me. Now I know this kit has been out for a little while now. Like I said, I ordered it in November, and there have been a couple of reviews on YouTube. There's also a build going on, I believe, but I have completely ignored those and not watched them. I've seen them, but I've not watched them. I've just been looking to see if the kit was actually, you know, available out for sale yet. Well, and maybe I ordered it from China and it was a, you know, a long lead time pre-order or something. But no, I ordered it November the 5th, and it finally arrived this weekend. So here we are now. What are we? January the 18th today. So say it came on the 15th. So that's, yeah, a good long time it took to get here. So as you can see from the box, it's a 144 scale. It's a very glossy box, so we've got the reflectivity again, but it's a 144 scale. The kit number is L1008. So I'm guessing this is the 8th kit in their 144 scale series. I do know that they have a pretty good reputation for you know, for their kits in 144 scale. So it's also saying it here, it's like the 10th anniversary or something. So yeah, really nice. I hear I've seen images of it when it was first announced, and to me it looks like it may well be a copy of the Model Collect kit, to be honest, but we shall see when we look inside. I have had a quick look inside the box, but I haven't opened any bags. I haven't really looked at any plastic or anything, but I've just unwrapped it and got it out for you to look at. The first thing I noticed, which doesn't really matter about the quality of the kit, it kind of looks like the projection is a little out. It's like they got an F-16 here, which is probably about the correct size if it was directly under that B-52 right now. So it's a bit weird. And we got a KC-135, I think, or something in the background there. But yeah, not to worry. But it is a beautiful box art. B-52, you know, just on lift-off. Blood red sky, and we've got the engines roaring and the smoke coming out and everything. Obviously not as much smoke with these engines as there is with the old ones. So there we go. That's the box front, which is a very nice picture. Around the side of the box here, we can see we've got B-52 H-Strata Fortress, and we've got two versions here in the decal scheme. So we've got Judgment Day 93rd, 307th Bomber Wing Barksdale, Louisiana, July 16, and then we've got New World Order. Ooh, 60003. I've got a feeling that's one of the B-52s that came to Fairford this year. One of the 6 that came. I'll have to check my records, but I've got a feeling 0003 was one of the ones. Or was it 0004? I can't remember. But if that's the case, that's the one I'll be building. On the box here, 14 years plus, L1008 part number, and you can see here we've got Lion Roar, which is part of Great Wall Hobby, made in China. And the end of the box is just the image like so. And on the other side of the box, we've got another version here, which is a Minnow Air Base 1. We Make Nightmares. So 69th Commander's Aircraft, B-52 80009. You know, funny enough, I got a feeling 0009 may have been here as well. I can't remember now. But anyway, there we go. So end of the box there. So this end we've got white, this end we've got blue. So when you put it in your stash, you can take your pick as to which end you want to look at. So going inside the box, it is a nice rigid box, lovely. Little message there saying thank you, give them 5 stars and everything. So we've got separately bagged sprues by the look at it, which is nice. We've got detail there on the inside of the flaps, which is a nice touch, and also detail on the inside of the wing mounted undercarriage bays there. So all very nice. Undersides of the wings, so that's 2. We've got some pylons here, we've got some paveways, very nice. So that's 3, 4, 5. So yeah, the way they've done this, they're obviously going to be bringing out of the variants because they've got the H engine pylons and the H extended tail. So obviously they're going to be doing other variants. So what's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 sprues. So we've got 15 sprues, a lovely glossy instruction manual, which is a book type, staple type book. Although I can't see any staples there. What's going on here? Bit strange. Oh, okay, the instruction book comes apart, so you've got your sprue diagrams there, separate from the instruction book. So here we go, and we've got a lovely decal sheet here as well, decal sheet, and they've included walkways for the tailplanes, but nothing for the wings or the fuselage. So we'll have to paint those on ourselves or get aftermarket decals. Painting them is not a problem. If you're following my B-52 beginners build, then I'll show you how to do it on there. And if you're not following my B-52 beginners build, then I think you should be. So that's all the sprues, that's the decals. Let's get all this sorted. Let me get the lights sorted, and then we'll have a look through the instructions, and then we'll get the plastic out. Right, so we'll have a look through the manual first of all, and it is a lovely manual. It's glossy, unfortunately, so I'm afraid we're going to get a little bit of glare, but I'm going to do the best I can so that you see everything. So as I said just now, we've got the outer cover actually comes off, so you've got your sprue guide there, and then on the back of here you'll have some health and safety informations, all about photo etch parts, even though we don't have any, I don't think. All about decal application, recommended tools, there's your legends and everything, and your health and safety stuff. And then we've got the Mr. Hobby Paints called out. This is their lacquer range, so if you're watching this, Matt from Doug's Models, then he'll be happy because I know that's his favourite paints, or that's how he likes to see them called out anyway. But these colours here, they're all going to be available in pretty every manufacturer's paint you want. So you know, your 36118 is going to be your main one. So there we go. And then we've got our sprue callouts here, which is a nice touch. They are numbered, so you've got your numbers on there in case you lose any of your parts off the sprues, and then you can actually hold them on there and see what they are. So yeah, that's a nice little touch having that separate, actually, because sometimes you find yourself going backwards and forwards through the book. So then in this instruction manual, we're starting off, make sure you're not glared out, we're starting off by going straight into the cockpit. So we've got a fully detailed cockpit, even though it looks like it's one piece. These blue C numbers that are called out here are actually painting instructions. So we've got the cockpit there, and we've got the lower floor there going on. Then we've got our rotary launcher for our weapons going into our bomb bay, and then the rotary launcher is going straight in there. We're banging straight on with the bomb bay, and the undercarriage bays there, bulkheads going in there. So that's all nice level of detail for a 44 scale, 144 scale kit. And then we've got some drilling we have to do here. Not sure if this is going to be for all options, so we'll look that up in a minute. And then we've got some more drilling on the other side here. So yeah, it's telling us to, oh okay, it's telling us to either, all right, this is the top of the fuselage, okay, so that's just 2 different angles, so it's telling us where to drill holes, obviously for antenna and stuff and lumps and bumps. So we've got that's a nice touch. Looks like we've got separate doors there for the emergency exits, and we've got our undercarriage here. It's all looking very much like a downsized model collect kit to me. Straight away I can see they've got the undercarriage bays incorrect. They've got the forward style undercarriage bay in the fore and aft, and the aft one should be, as you know, I've made the resin for the model collect kit, but the aft one should be different to that. It should be very plain with just the funny little shapes in it for the wheels to go up into. So now we've got the interior detail for the bomb bay going in, undercarriage going in. Again, we've got the interior detail there. We've got clear parts going in here. Looks like this is another one that these manufacturers keep doing. With B-52s, I wish they would do the canopy as a one piece going on, and then we can mask off the windows, because here now you've got these separate little clear windows going in for the escape hatches for the pilot and the co-pilot. And it'd be so easier if it was just one piece of plastic that goes on the top, like the way AMT did it, and then you can mask off and get a neat, really nice edge, because the chances of those pieces fitting in there perfectly is pretty slim. So that's a bit of a gripe. And then we've got the this is the bomb bay doors going in here, so they're giving you options. We will look at that again, because they've got options there for parking positions. So I'm guessing you can have them the doors open or closed. Very, very strange, because what they're showing us here looks the same as they've done it. Okay, this is the option. So you're saying you have an open or closed. Okay, sorry. As I say, this is my first Great Wall Hobbies kit, and I'm struggling to see it because I've got a load of glare in my eyes, even though you haven't. So, yeah, so you can either have the bomb bay closed and all the undercarriage doors closed, or have them all open. Tailpiece going together there, tail planes and fin going together. We've got lots of lumps and bumps going on the top here, which is a nice touch. Windscreen going in. We've got our fleur going underneath there. Nose going on. Pitot tubes going in the sides, but look at, they're going to be tiny in this scale. Another tail plane there, and that's showing us with it all put together. And we've also got the fairings on the back here going on with more lumps and bumps, so that's nice touch. They've got all that included. There's a wing root piece going in there, wings going together, putting the pylons together, assembling the engines, adding the JDAMs to the are they JDAMs? I can't remember now. It's going to tell us in here what's what. Paveways, sorry, they're paveways. Paveways going onto their pylons there, going onto the wing. I'm not sure if there's any option to have, because I did notice we had some AGM-129s as well. Cruise missiles, I guess they're going in the bomb bay. So undercarriage going on there, wing tanks. They look to be funny shaped in here, unless they're drawn wrong. And then again on the other side, engines going together and everything. And we've got our flaps going in there on the back. On the back of the wing, so we can either have them shut, so we cut off the stays, or have them open, which on a B-52 I believe they would always be open when it stood on the ground. And then we've got pylons there going on. This is the other side, so it's basically a repeat of the other side, fixing the wings on. And then we've got our option here. Okay, I need to look at this again. Okay, for mount plan 2, you're going to have your paveways on there, and then plan 1 is going to be your ALCMs on there, and then plan 3 you've got different pylons again with different paveways on them. So here's all this is your painting instructions there for your paveways and everything else. And then we've got a lightning pod there, which is a nice touch. So the lightning pod is going to go here on the wing. There we go, for plan 3. So and plan 2. You don't get the lightning pod for plan 1. So that's a very nice touch. I'm still not, I'm embarrassed to say, guys, I'm still not up on my weapons and stuff. So please don't correct me in the comments below. And then we've got our colour schemes here. Colour callouts here, which are basically all gunship grey. And here we've got the 3 options looking at either side. And you're basically going to be gunship grey with your different decal options, and I'll give you a close-up of them so you can see them, and there you go. Okay, so that's a quick whip through the instructions, and then we've got our plan and underside views there, which is a nice touch. We've got all our little red warning stickers to go around the warning decals, should I say, to go around the emergency hatches. Not sure how the belly hatches are going to be done, because the Model Collect one has nothing there at all, so we shall see how that's done. But there we go, all looking very complete and very nice. I must say, as soon as I've done this review, I'm going to stop the camera, upload the video, edit it and upload it, and then I'm going to be doing not a build review, but I'm going to do a drive fit review. So I'm going to basically leave the camera running, we'll get all the parts off the sprues, clip them all off, get them all sanded and tape everything together, and we'll build the actual frame up of the plane, and then we'll have a quick little look at it and see about accuracy and shape and everything. I think it's looking pretty good, to be honest. Decal sheet there. I'm not going to take it out of the bag in case I don't build it for a while, but there we go. We got our tailplane walkways there, as I say, with nothing for the wings, and then we've got our yellow stripes there for our bombs, and then we've got the serial numbers there, tail flashes there, the tail flashes up here. So yeah, all there. Nighthawks, and that one's just checkers. And these are actually Great Wall Hobby's own decals. Now I do seem to remember Matt over on Decals Models did a Great Wall Hobby SU27 or something, not SU, SU27 or something, and I think he found the decals to be a nightmare. So have a look on there. I think they were very, very thick, but we'll have a look. When we build this, we'll have a look and see, and if they're no good, we can get some aftermarket ones. So let's start having a look through these bags. We'll start off with the fuselage, and it looks like these bags are stapled, which is a shame. I hate staples. I'd rather just cut them open, to be honest, but never mind. Let's rip that staple out of there. I don't want having staples hanging around because they can damage your parts. Now, for some reason on here, actually I'm going to bring the light in, get some better lighting now that we don't have all the glare and everything. Get this down flat on the bench. For some reason they've got a cardboard box around here. So have a look and see what that's protecting. Ah, okay, it's these antenna here. So that's fun. They've put the antenna. You can see here they've got the antenna on the fuselage halves before you put them together, so cleaning up that seam line is going to be fun. So probably best just nip them off, stick them in a little box somewhere, and then glue them back on afterwards. But straight away, plastic feels very nice. Feels a little bit oily, like it needs a wash. The actual panel detail is exquisite. It's beautiful. The engraved detail on here is beautiful. It's probably overscale, but I don't care. Very, very nice indeed. Now, I can see a lot here. I'm not going to go on about accuracy in this video. I'm going to do that in the next one. But I can see a lot here that I like very much indeed. But I'll just show you this engraved panel lining. You can see that it's very, very nice indeed. We've got the Naka ducts there for the air conditioners and stuff, and a single one on this side, which is correct. And we've got those round vents there, the round vents there. We should have one, yeah, that one there I don't think is supposed to be that high from memory. I can't remember now, but please don't correct me if I'm wrong. And we've got the flat there on the side of the on the side of the glazing, which is a nice touch, which it should be there. So yeah, on the tail end there, as I say, we've got this antenna. We've got the stiffener rib here, which is a nice touch. They've got a engraved line on there for the angle of attack plates, but they could have done with being a bit heavier, but that's no problem. We can just make them a bit heavier. But it also looks as though they've got the Model Collect problem of having this fully sort of elliptical tailplane, which is, I think they were a lot slimmer than this. And also you want to scribe a line down in there because obviously the tailplane is separate from the fuselage. But all in all, I'm liking this very much. I'm liking the shape of the wing as well, because the Model Collect wing I think is very fat on the leading edge, but this one looks very nice indeed. So I'll put this to one side because we're going to be building it in a minute, so I won't bother putting anything back in the bags. So here we go, next sprue now. We've got the we've got a few detail parts here. So we've got our bomb bay doors, we've got our cockpit, we've got the weapons man and the radar man down there. The navigator man, should I say, sorry. Those doors there, which are going to go into the top of the fuselage, and I don't know why they've got them separate. I guess you could have them open so you could look down inside. We've got these pitot tubes here, which are exquisite. AMT could take a note out of Great War Hobbies book, because on theirs they're moulded as a solid great big lump, if you know the kit well. We've got some bulkheads here. Very nice indeed. And as I say, we've got a bomb bay here, and then we've got our undercarriage bays fore and aft, and the forward undercarriage bay looks like this, but the aft undercarriage bay should be flat with a couple of indents in it. So and also lower down. If you've got my resin upgrades, if you notice, I should have them lower down, but I've made them so they fit the kit rather than have you mess around with loads of scratch building. But yeah, the actual rear undercarriage base should be lower down towards the wheels than the front. So yeah, very nice indeed. We've got some lovely interior detail on the undercarriage doors, and they've got the thickness to them as well. It looks like they've almost got the thickness to them, but they are very nice for this scale. Here we go, I'll show you them. And we've got the cockpit detail there. Just got some seats sat there, and you know, you're never going to see any of that anyway. I didn't actually notice, no, I've just noticed, I'm just looking at the fuselage now, they don't give you the option of having the entry door open in the bottom of the fuselage, so you can't look up through there anyway. But it's there, and there's those little pitot tubes. Very nice. Some antenna there. There's those doors with the detail on them, which is lovely. I'm going through the bigger sprues first. Any questions you got about any of this, guys? If you want to see anything closer up, just comment below and I'll do it. So we've got this is Sprue Q. So we've got undercarriage legs here. We've got bulkheads here for the undercarriage bays. They look quite accurate. Then we've got our, wow, we've got our tail planes here, and they've actually got vortex generators on them, and they've got them top and bottom as well. That for this scale is incredible. I mean, that is immense. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. We've got the elevator detail on one side and not on the other because the actual halves go in, so you've got a seam there. So we should have a very nice thin trailing edge, and we have by the look of it. So yeah, so straight away we've got vortex generators top and bottom, so that's one up on Model Collect there, and we've actually got a rudder depicted, so that's one up on Model Collect there. So very nice indeed. Liking it lots. So I'll give you a close-up, just see those vortex generators. They are gorgeous. Tiny little things. Now it is, oh, they have, I was going to say, I was just about to say it's a little unfortunate they've got them all in one plane, but if you look at them closely, if my camera will focus, they have actually got them as they should be, like this. So can't wait to see the wings. And then the wheels, again for this scale, the details adequate. You've got some bolt detail in there. You've got those lovely big hubcaps which are painted in the force colours. Very nice indeed. Right, let's have a look at this one. If I can get this bag open. So this is our tail. Now we've got the tail end here, and we've got our engine pylons, and we've got some antenna. This is going to be the rear plate for the blanking off where the gun goes, or used to go. And we've got some antenna here for the sides of the fuselage, and then there's one for the top. So give you a close up of that. All looking good. Got the raised detail on there, which is a bit heavy, but hey. Little bit of scribe detail on the pylons, but nothing much. Oh no, there isn't. There's not. I was thinking there was a panel detail there, but there isn't. It's a mould line by the look of it. So yeah, they're the same as Model Collect. They're just smooth, no detail on them whatsoever. And then let's have a look at some engines. I believe we've got two of these sprues the same. Yes, there's two of those P sprues, so we only need to see one. If I can get it out. There we go, this is Sprue P, obviously. We've got our main engine halves here, and then we've got our intakes. Not exactly sure what that is at the moment. Oh, that's probably the pylon for the sniper pod. And then we've got the more antenna there and here. The engines look lovely and they look about the right shape as well. I'm not sure about size, we'll have a look at that afterwards, but if they copy Model Collect, I think that'll be a bit too small. And there we go. Lovely fan detail on them. More than adequate for this scale. No ejector pin marks on the intakes, which is a nice touch. And no cone detail on the back by the look of it, unless it's all on another sprue, we shall see. We've got our pylons there. There's for our cruise missiles. And they've got no detail on them at all, they're just literally plain mouldings. And then we've got our cruise missiles here. You can see them there, which obviously in this scale are going to be fairly simple. We've got the wings folded up there, so yep. And then there's more of those there, same sprue. And then we've got some more pylons here with the this is going to be the I can't remember the name of it now, never mind. Please don't tell me in the comments below because I'll remember it by the end of the video. You've got pylon extensions there. So yeah, lovely. HSABs, that's what it is. So you've got the mirrors on there on your HSAB, and then you've got your pylon there. We've got all the raised detail, which is correct for these, and maybe a little bit simple, but at this scale, more than adequate. Painted with a bit of a wash, they'll look absolutely beautiful. Lovely. And then we've got our paveways here. Two different sizes. Typhoon. They're both saying Typhoon. Okay, you got two. I was thinking one was big and one was small. They're both. You got both the big and the small on there. So very nice, and they're lovely, moulded in one piece. So no messing around with separate fins and stuff on them. Now we come to the biggies. This is our wing sprue. But you knew that, didn't you? This is the underside of the wings. So got some lovely panel detail in here, access panel detail. Slot there for your wing tanks to go in. Wing tanks there. They look a little funny in the shape wise. They look a bit sort of a bit bulby, but we shall see. Maybe they're okay just because the pylons are a bit fat, perhaps. Which is one of the issues with the Model Collect. The pylons are so fat that it makes the actual tank look a funny shape. But as it turns out, I had a guy, everybody knows I make my resin wing tanks for the Model Collect and the AMT kits, and I guessed the measurements from photographs and stuff, and I had a guy kindly measure them for me from an Air Force base, and he sent me the dimensions, and I thought, oh god, I scaled them down, and I was actually something like 10 thou out on the length and 3 thou out on diameter or something, so I was really chuffed. So we'll measure mine compared to these, and that'll give us a good idea. These should be exactly half the size. So flaps there with the actuators on them. little bit of detail on the inside, nothing much, but you know, as I say, in this scale, more than adequate. Again, we've got beautifully scribed detail on there, beautifully scribed panel lines. So yeah, now comes the final sprue. This is the one I've been saving, the final sprue except for the clear. I want to see what this looks like. Okay, so we've got wings here, we've got our underbelly with our flares on, we've got the nose, we've got our rack there for our rotary bomb rack wing inserts. That's part of the rotary rack there, part of the rotary bomb rack there, and then another wing insert. These are the support pieces that go in the side of the bomb bay, which is part of the fuselage structure. We've got the wing gear there, beautifully detailed wheels by the look of it, and then we've got the doors for the wing gear and the wings themselves. Right, so we have interior detail for the gear bays and the actual wings, which is a nice touch. We have some lovely detail on those wheels. We have lovely detail here on the rotary bomb mechanism. The actual pylons coming over the top of the wings, not quite sure if they're right or not, but it looks like they followed Model Collect and had the top of the pylon actually on the wing, and then you're going to join the pylon underneath there. But it looks like with this one they've actually given you some location for the pylon, whereas the Model Collect has none. You have to sort of guess where it goes. But we will look at that when I get it all together. I'm going to measure up all these distances and stuff, because I know that compared to the monogram kit, the Model Collect kit engine position is slightly out. I mean, we're talking rivet counting now, but the actual position of the engine is slightly out. We'll see if these are, or if this one's correct. But I'm looking on here, we've got Vortex Generators on here, which are beautiful. There's no Vortex Generators up here, but then there aren't on all of them. So, and also we've got the separate spoilers there. We've got the separate spoilers marked out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so that's correct. But I believe they should be staggered. I got a feeling on a H they should be different sizes, but I'm not going to complain about that at all. But you can see them there. They're lovely. They're much nicer than the Model Collect 72nd scale ones. So at least they're in the right place. And we've got the Vortex Generators here, which if I can catch in the light you can see. And again, they've got the correct attitude, the staggered look to them. Yeah, there's some features in this kit that the 72nd scale world could learn from. Another nice touch I've noticed, they've got the wing tips moulded here solidly as they have the trailing edge. So when you actually put your lower wings in, you haven't got a trailing edge seam, or you haven't got a seam on the ends. So yeah, very nice indeed. Really impressive stuff actually. And I'm wondering how those wings. Okay, so these bits here, looks like they glue inside the wings, and then those are going to fit onto the fuselage like so. So you're going to get a nice strong location. You've got a lot of surface area there. But yeah, I must check that out. I've got a feeling those spoilers should be staggered. I've got a feeling the outer spoilers are smaller than the inner ones or something, or the other way around. But I've got a feeling like these, the outer 3 are shorter than the inner 4, perhaps. On the bottom there, we've got the emergency hatches moulded in. So that's really nice. I like the way they've done this actually, so that's enabled them to mould that without having to get all silly slide moulding and everything. And also, rather than having these separately glued on, it's a very nice touch. But the shape of them looks pretty good as well, to be honest. If the camera will focus, there we go. So yeah, all in all, nose looks a bit pointy, a bit AMT like, but we shall see. Maybe just a quick sand across the nose, across the end of it, will sort that out. But we'll see what it looks like when it all comes together. So that's been that part, and then finally we've got our clear parts. Get this open carefully, he says. Oh, blimey. I'll cut this open and then I'll put them in another bag. Oh wow, very nice. So we've got our actual main canopy there for the cockpit's windows there, and then we've got our emergency exit, emergency hatch windows for the top. They're quite thick, but you know, in this scale it doesn't matter because there's nothing to see inside anyway in 1/44 scale. But yeah, the actual windscreen's not so bad, but it is very, very clear, very nicely moulded. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've got a feeling there should be a different shape there. I've got a feeling that this, I'll have to check my references, but I've got a feeling this glazing should come up to more of a point here, because the actual centre window, when it was there, was actually triangular. But again, I'm not going to make too much fuss about that. So yeah, all in all, very impressed for a 144 scale kit. I mean, the other ones we got out there is the Revell, which I believe is the old Crown kit, which isn't very nice at all. There's the new Academy. Is it Academy or is it the other one? The other Korean manufacturer, which I can't think of the name of now. But there's another one which has just been re-released, or just released, sorry, last year I believe, and it's quite expensive. But I believe that one is very nice. I'd have to get myself that one and have a look and compare it to this one. But all in all, I'm looking at this and it does look very, very nice. A couple of silly little things like these antenna moulded on the fuselage, you know, but lots of manufacturers do that. It's just something they do, and they're not thinking about the modeler when they do it. It's just an easy way of getting it on the aeroplane without having tiny parts to fit, whereas it'd be much better for the modeler like you and I that wants to get a lovely fuselage seam to have those as a separate piece you add on after. So we cut them off and we add them on after. Not too difficult. So but at least they're there, which is a nice touch. But yeah, we've got a little bit of sink mark there. Oh no, it's just some discoloration where those pinholes are there. It also looks like we're going to get a rear bulkhead, which is more than can be said for the Model Collect kit. You don't get a bulkhead for there. But no, all in all, really, really nice. There's no wall detail in the undercarriage bays, but hey ho, we got to remember what it is. And you also need to remember the price. And I bought, as I said, I bought this from China, and it was like £30 with delivery. So, you know, it's not an expensive kit by any stretch of the imagination. I guess by the time it gets to British model shops, it could be sort of £45 or whatever, I don't know. But oh, I've just noticed something else as well. This is the only kit that has it. They've got that fairing moulded. Now this is over the clamping mechanism that holds the fin up, and then when that inside there's a mechanism that allows it to go over, so it can fold over. And this is the only kit, other than the HPH of course, this is the only kit that's got it. So yeah, nice touch there, well done. So that's the review of the Great War Hobby B-52H, kit number L1008, so make sure you're not being glared out. So all in all, I'm very impressed with it. I will be building this, and I will do a little build series on it. It'll probably be 3 or 4 parts, he says, 20 parts. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to upload this video, I'm going to edit it, get it onto YouTube, and while that's happening, I'm going to get all the parts off the sprues and clip it all together and hold it together with some tape, and we'll see what it looks like. So I'll see you back later on for the dry fit. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.